Hey guys, it's 2 a.m. I can't sleep. What do you do when you can't sleep at 2 a.m.? You shoot a video, right? You talk about science fiction books. My eye is twitching a little bit. I don't know what's going on, but I could not fall asleep. I just finished today Paradyzja by Janusz Zajdel, Polish book I picked up on my recent trip to Poland. Yes, I'm in my underwear, by the way, yes. Not wearing any pants. Got the hat on, gotta have the signature look.
I'm a bowler.
The other book I'm gonna talk about is also a Polish author, Marek Huberath, Gniazdo Światów, Nest of Worlds would be the English title. These books were just insane, incredible, fantastic. I love them both. Paradyzja, I don't even believe this is translated into English, so it's kind of a waste. You're watching this for no reason. Maybe it is. I'll have to look a little closer into it. I couldn't find it on Goodreads, any English translation anyway. But this one, Marek Huberath, Nest of Worlds. It's good. It's good. The world that Marek Huberath creates in this book is fantastic. It's an alternate world in which physics work completely different than do in our realm. So for example, there's a sequence in this book where a helicopter goes up high and when it goes up too high, it actually gets into like this slow zone, but not slow zone in the sense of like fire up on the deep slow zone, but rather the time slows down when you go up higher. You're further away from the planet, right? Think of it that way. Center of mass. Anyway, don't even think about it because it's just different laws of physics, right? So it goes up higher and it goes up too high. Something happens and it explodes. But that explosion, it explodes over like a month. So people are seeing it in the sky for like weeks. So that's just like a little bit of the craziness that happens here. But there is a meta element in this book that basically had me shaking. I don't know. I'm sure this was done in other books. I'm sure this isn't the only book that does this. I don't want to even say it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But this book, you're reading it, and Nest of Worlds, let's just say it's a book. This is the book Nest of Worlds, but it's also a book within this book. And this element was done so well that it had me, I was physically affected by reading this book. The story within the story within the story, as it unfolds, as it reveals itself, as you get what the author is trying to do, was really fantastic. So I recommend, if you can get your hands on Nest of Worlds, an actual copy of it. I believe the digital version is easier to find than an actual copy, English copy. Oof, this is good. Guys, if this was written by an English-speaking author, this would have been a famous book. Reminds me a little bit of Philip K. Dick at times, Ursula K. Le Guin at other times. Fantastic. Really, really cool stuff. I read it, and then I picked up Zajdel. Paradyzja, kind of like paradise, but I don't know what the translation would be. Paradyzja is not paradise. What a great story. Again, a mystery, a twist. We are unfolding what is going on in the story along with the main protagonist, who is an Earthman going to this artificial planet of Paradyzja. The people who live on this planet were colonists who left Earth and went to this planet, and then they learned that they cannot live on the planet itself, so they kind of connected these containers in which they were essentially shipped into this huge ring that circles, gives them gravity, on which they live now. This book borrows some things from some of the best science fiction books, like Zamietin's We, for example, with the surveillance that takes place on this planet. But holy shit, the stuff that happens, the stuff that we are slowly unpeeling, the elements of this world. For example, the Earthman who goes, our main protagonist, one of the first things he sees people walking forward, talking, like, you know, in a room, you know, they would walk forward, and then instead of turning around to walk backwards, they would walk forward and then start walking backwards as they're talking. Amazing. The way people talk through poetry in this book, fantastic. The ending reveal, excellent, and at the same time horrible. This was the bad thing about this book. It ended too abruptly. It was wrapped up too quickly. Like the point about what happens is amazing, but it's kind of like dumped at you, and that I did not love. But overall, I mean, both of them, 5 fucking stars. Amazing to me. Both really worthwhile. This one I didn't love the read at times, but the ending and the reveal and the meta elements, I'm never gonna forget this book. This is incredible. Excellent and beautifully written. I wonder if the translation can be as good as the original. Never, right? Never. But you know what I mean. And then this one, Zajdel. I mean, this he wrote Behind the Iron Curtain. So that this has a lot of also elements about surveillance state, and just a lot of ideas that he was exploring that had a lot of meaning for him back then in Poland. That resonated with me, but just an incredible story. Again, Ursula K. Le Guin with like the Dispossessed would be proud of this book. I think Zajdel is famous in Poland. Both of them are, but Zajdel, like an award in Poland for science fiction books named after him, like the Hugos. It's the Zajdel in Poland. So yeah, great stuff. I don't know. I'm recording this. I'm probably not gonna post this, right? There's no way when I watch this I'm gonna post this. But in case I do post it, be gentle, please. I know this is probably not my best, but I just wanted to shoot something, talk about a couple of books that really had a huge effect on me. This one didn't. I read this one, finished it like a week ago. This Is How You Lose the Time War. I liked the idea, I liked some of it, but it was like, I don't know, the writing didn't really strike a chord with me. The story, while it came together in a way, was confusing. This Is How You Lose the Time. I wasn't supposed to be talking about this. I was supposed to talk about the 2 Polish books, not about one that I didn't really enjoy. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm gonna take some melatonin, try to go to sleep. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have trouble sleeping sometimes for no reason? Like, I was legit sleepy. I was like, I'm gonna get a good night's sleep. And then it's what? It's 2:09. It's 2:09, and I'm shooting a booktube video. Anyway, thanks for watching.